Alex, the adventurous leader. Alex is charismatic, confident, and always looking for the next big thrill. With a penchant for adventurous activities, he's known for his bold decisions and leadership qualities. An avid rock climber and experienced hiker, Alex thrives on challenges and loves exploring new, uncharted territories. As the leader, Alex is the driving force behind the group's plans and keeps everyone motivated and excited. Sarah, the skeptic. Sarah is pragmatic and level-headed, often acting as the voice of reason. She approaches situations with a critical eye and tends to question the validity of superstitions and myths. A skilled classical dancer, Sarah values precision and order, which contrasts with her friend's more spontaneous nature. Sarah provides balance to the group's dynamics, often challenging the more fantastical ideas with her logical perspective. Mike, the practical joker. Mike is energetic, humorous, and enjoys making others laugh. His playful nature often leads to pranks and lighthearted antics. A fan of hip-hop, dance, and music, Mike has a knack for using rhythm and beat to entertain and energize those around him. Mike's humor and creativity add a fun, unpredictable element to the group, often lightening the mood with his jokes. Emma, the sensitive and intuitive one. Emma is empathetic and deeply in tune with her surroundings. Her sensitivity makes her attuned to the emotional and atmospheric changes around her. A contemporary dancer, Emma expresses her emotions through movement and has a strong intuitive sense, often sensing things others might overlook. Emma's intuition and emotional depth provide insight and support, helping the group navigate through more delicate or unsettling situations. Planning the trip. The friends gather at Alex's apartment, buzzing with excitement as they plan their weekend camping trip. They discuss the remote forest known for its breathtaking beauty and its eerie legends. Despite local warnings about strange occurrences and the unsettling legend of the Whispering Woods, the group decides to go. Alex's adventurous spirit and Mike's enthusiasm for exploring new places sway the group. They make a checklist of camping supplies, food, and safety gear. Sarah expresses her concerns about the legend and the potential dangers, but her worries are brushed off with laughter and reassurances from the rest of the group. Arrival in the woods. The group drives to the edge of the Whispering Woods, their excitement tempered by the dense, foreboding trees that loom over the road. The forest is vast and quiet, with only the sound of their footsteps breaking the silence. They find a suitable spot and start setting up their tents and campfire. The mood is a mix of enthusiasm and apprehension as they work together to create their base for the weekend. As they set up, they notice the forest's unusual quietness and the way the trees seem to close in around them. The air feels still, and even the usual sounds of wildlife seem strangely absent. The friends make light of it, attributing it to the remote location and their own heightened senses. The friends marvel at the forest's natural beauty, but can't shake the feeling that something is different about this place. The dense foliage and the feeling of being watched add an underlying tension to their excitement. As night approaches, the group gathers around the campfire, ready to start their adventure. Little do they know, the Whispering Woods are about to reveal their secrets, testing their friendship and their courage in ways they never expected. Setting up camp. As the sun sets behind the towering trees of the Whispering Woods, the friends gather around the campfire. The sky darkens, and the forest comes alive with the subtle sounds of nocturnal creatures. Alex takes charge of setting up the campfire, ensuring it's well-fed and blazing warmly. Sarah organizes the campsite, arranging the tents and supplies with methodical precision. Mike and Emma help, with Mike playfully tossing firewood and Emma carefully arranging the camp's more personal touches, like lanterns and blankets. They settle around the fire, roasting marshmallows and enjoying the warmth of the flames. The conversation turns to their favorite campfire stories and legends, adding to the excitement of the trip. The local legend. With the fire crackling and the night growing darker, Mike decides to share a spooky tale he picked up from locals. Known for his pranks and love for dramatic storytelling, Mike leans into the role of the eerie storyteller. Mike begins his story with a dramatic tone, recounting the legend of the Whispering Woods. He describes how the forest is said to be cursed, with an ancient spell that traps the souls of those who enter. These souls, bound to the forest for eternity, are rumored to whisper warnings to anyone who ventures too close, urging them to leave before it's too late. Mike elaborates on how the whispers start subtly, barely audible over the sounds of nature, but can become increasingly frantic and desperate. He adds eerie details about ghostly apparitions and the chilling sensation of being watched. Dismissal and doubts. The group reacts with a mix of amusement and skepticism. Alex and Mike laugh off the legend, joking about how it's just another ghost story meant to scare campers. They tease Sarah and Emma, playfully suggesting they're already feeling the ghostly presence of the forest. Sarah, the logical one, is particularly dismissive of Mike's tale. She argues that such stories are merely exaggerations with no real basis. She reassures the group that they should focus on enjoying their camping experience rather than getting spooked by myths. While the others laugh and joke, Emma sits quietly, her unease growing. She feels a strange chill in the air and senses an underlying tension in the forest's silence. Though she doesn't voice her concerns, she can't shake the feeling that there might be something unsettling about the place. The night's ambience. As the fire dies down and the conversation turns to lighter topics, the forest around them remains eerily quiet. The usual sounds of wildlife seem absent, and the night feels unusually still. Emma, lying in her tent later that night, hears faint, almost imperceptible whispers that she can't quite place. They sound like distant voices but are too vague to understand. She tries to convince herself it's just the wind, but the whispers persist, adding to her growing discomfort. As the chapter closes, the friends prepare for sleep, each reacting differently to the night's atmosphere. While they drift off, the whispering woods remain shrouded in mystery, their secrets waiting to unfold. The legend of the whispers is about to become more than just a story, testing the group's courage and their bond as friends. Strange sounds. The night grows still, and the group settles into their tents, lulled by the gentle crackle of the dying campfire. In the quiet hours of the night, subtle sounds begin to emerge from the darkness. Soft, indistinct whispers seem to float through the trees, barely audible but unsettling. At first, the whispers are too faint to make out, but they create an eerie atmosphere that seems to penetrate the stillness of the forest. The friends, half asleep, begin to stir, feeling an inexplicable sense of discomfort. Growing unease. Emma is the first to awaken, her sleep disrupted by a sudden chill and the unsettling whispers growing clearer. She sits up in her tent, straining to listen. The whispers now sound like fragmented voices, and the chill in the air sends shivers down her spine. Emma, feeling a growing sense of dread, tries to wake Alex, Sarah, and Mike. She shakes their tents gently and calls out to them, her voice trembling. Alex and Mike groggily wake up and listen, but they quickly dismiss the sounds as the wind rustling through the trees or a prank by Mike. Sarah, still half asleep, insists it's nothing more than an overactive imagination fueled by Mike's ghost story. An ominous message. As the night progresses, the whispers grow louder and more distinct. The friends can now make out fragmented phrases like leave, danger, and curse. The whispers seem to come from all around them, making it difficult to pinpoint their source. The atmosphere in the camp becomes tense. The once comforting sound of the forest now feels threatening. The friends' initial skepticism starts to wane as they realize that the whispers are repeating the same ominous messages. Despite the growing unease among the group, Sarah tries to maintain a rational perspective. She suggests that the whispers are just natural sounds amplified by their fear. She reassures the group that their minds are likely playing tricks on them after hearing Mike's story. The group is divided in their reactions. Alex tries to stay calm and rational, suggesting they should check the perimeter of their campsite. Mike, though initially excited, begins to feel uneasy and joins Alex in investigating. Emma remains anxious, unable to shake the feeling that the whispers are more than just a trick of the mind. After some debate, they decide to investigate the source of the whispers, hoping to put their fears to rest. They gather their flashlights and cautiously venture into the forest. their footsteps muffled by the dense undergrowth. As they delve deeper into the woods, the whispers seem to follow them, growing louder and more insistent. The once familiar forest now feels foreign and menacing, and the group begins to question whether they should have heeded the warnings of the whispering woods. The night's events set the stage for the unfolding mystery, testing their courage and unity in the face of the unknown.